Hello, I'm Edgar Miranda. In the early 90s, DC Comics killed Superman, and shortly thereafter, 4 individuals emerged with some sort of connection to him: Superboy, Cyborg Superman, the Eradicator, and John Henry Irons, also known as Steel. But since we got a Steel movie in 1997 that had almost nothing to do with his comics counterpart, and that was not only critically panned, but also lost money, I was certain that the only way for us to see Steel again in live action was if the death of Superman was ever adapted to a movie. Which they kind of did, but still, they didn't. So, case closed. But then this show was like, not necessarily. Good people of YouTube, welcome. If this is your first time here, please know I've been expecting you. Click subscribe, hit the bell, and take a seat. Let me entertain you.
Previously on Superman and Lois.
Let's just focus on what we came here for, family.
In this episode, Jordan's struggle with his heritage continues as his superhearing fully kicks in. Also, Lois confronts the artist formerly known as Marcus Bridgewater about his shady behavior in the previous episode, and tells him to meet her downtown, which he agrees to because at this point, Lois is the only lead he has to getting close to Superman. There, Clark searches his band for answers, and they come in the form of 2 words:
Captain Luthor.
But Lois ends the meeting when Chrissy informs her that a small shipment of ex-kryptonite is being moved out of the Schuster mines. She and Clark trail the convoy with the hopes of finding out the destination, but the stranger gets in the way. Then, with Superman taking care of most of business, capturing the kryptonite was a walk in the park. But Lois's condition to arrange the meet with Superman is the XK, which unbeknownst to him, because of fingerprints, will reveal quite a lot about who he is. On his Earth, the stranger was happily married to Lois, and they had a daughter named Nat. And life seemed great until Dark Superman and other Kryptonians attacked Metropolis. In the aftermath, when kryptonite was revealed on this world as a Kryptonian weakness, Lois risked everything to let the world know.
Mom!
And yeah, this is Iron Man seeing Bucky kill his mother. And you may be Team Cap, but it doesn't get any grayer than this. And then they start to pursue their vengeance. And it is right around here that things start to feel oddly familiar. What did they say her name was? Nat. And this is a shop and a suit of armor. Nah. Could this? Nah. There's something missing. And back on this Earth, when they meet, what a great scene. The build-up through the edit, the dialogue.
You think that threat is Morgan Edge?
He won't be the main source of destruction.
Then who will it be?
That reveal.
Thing is, the prince you had us pull are from a guy who died 6 years ago. John Henry Irons.
Give me your keys, I need your car.
And that score. Did this really happen in television?
You see, Kal-El? You're not the man of steel. I am.
Yep, we were led to believe that he was a Luthor, but turns out that the AI called him that because they stole parts from Luthor Corp.
It's time.
But the tracking inlay is still glitchy,
No.
and we haven't finished the hammer yet, and the AI is still set for Lex Luthor.
It doesn't matter who the AI thinks is in the suit.
Who in the comics has also used a suit of armor to fight Superman. But no, it was always John Henry Irons, and I had no idea. Even though they changed a few things, him being from another Earth, married to Lois, and being the father of Nat, I think this is a fantastic introduction to the character, and this became a real threat to Superman's life.
Clark, his name is John Henry Irons. I think he's the stranger. Clark!
Thankfully, Jordan's hearing came in handy.
John, I think someone's trying to kill Dad.
What? Where?
And our heroes live to fight another day. And I wish I could tell you that this was it and everything was great. But even though I feel like this episode is one of the best of the season, there are more than a few things that I didn't like. There's this other convoluted plot of Edge needing to take the ex-kryptonite out of the mines, and he simply doesn't know how. Even though he has full control of the mines and has superpowered individuals at his disposal that could literally carry it. So Leslie, using her super hearing throughout the episode and from the comfort of her office, orchestrates everything. I'm just glad she never heard the Kents talking about their big secret.
If Edge is using ex-kryptonite to build an army, why would he send such a small?
This scene is basically the most important in the story of young Henry Irons, and it made me emotional on rewatch. And it will also play a pivotal role in future episodes. But for the life of me, I don't understand why Lois had to go to a rooftop to broadcast this story. She's risking her life to let the world know about kryptonite and how it's their only hope. That's awesome. But it's not like she has a piece of it and has to demonstrate how to use it on Superman. She just goes to this Kryptonian-infested war zone, stands on a rooftop, shines a bright light, gets loud, and of course, gets killed. I don't understand. Why couldn't she just do this from somewhere else? I don't know. I guess we'll never know. After Jonathan destroys the Red Sun solar flares, Clark approaches Steel because I'm done calling him John Henry Irons and does the menacing hit vision thing. But your kids are right there. What exactly are you going to do? Kill him? Fortunately, Lois gets there on time, but what the hell? It seems to me like the only purpose of this was to still have this dark Superman vision. I just didn't love that. And the worst.
You want me to create what kind of program?
A leadership program. I'm looking for people with passion and are ready to take that first step.
First step towards what exactly?
Achieving their best selves.
In contrast with other things that happen in this episode, this is just dumb. I'm aware that these candidates will play a bigger role later, but this was weirdly executed, to say the least. Now, a few things I picked up. Lois and Clark know about the multiverse.
I don't know, but with everything we know about the multiverse now, I'd say anything's possible.
I'm pretty sure this is a different suit. Nice. Red Sun solar flares. I always prefer when Kryptonians use up all of their energy, and when they are exposed to a red sun, they just cannot recharge. So they eventually lose their powers under the red sun. But in some iterations, even the most popular, it immediately strips them of their power, like if it was kryptonite. This was the case here. Superman's 1080 flip may be a reference to a previous fight with Supergirl. Look at these contrasting emotions. And the Metropolis Meteors are both a baseball team and a football team. The more you know. In conclusion, what Man of Steel showed me is that it doesn't matter how close you look, you can still be surprised, and this was a highlight of the season. And viewer beware. For the next episode, bring in the tissues, because no amount of science fiction will make you feel what a conversation between two characters with no powers will.
You see, Kal-El? You're not the Man of Steel. I am.